We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Good morning, student. Today we discuss a topic analytic function in the subject of complex variable and partial differential equation. So first we discuss what is the definition of analytic function. So a function is said to be analytic at a point z0 if f of z is differentiable at the point z is equal to z0 and also differentiable its neighborhood. So again, a function is said to be analytic at the point z0, then function is differentiable at that point, also differentiable its neighborhood. Then function is analytic. A function f of z is said to be analytic in a region R if it is analytic at every point in that region R. A function which is differentiable in an entire complex plane C is called an analytic function. This function is also known as a regular function or holomorphic function. Now next we discuss entire function. So a function f of z is said to be an entire if it is analytic everywhere in the finite plane. So again, a function f of z is said to be an entire if it is analytic everywhere in the finite plane or complex plane. As for example, we consider cos z, sin z is an entire function. Every polynomial function is entire. Every exponential function is also entire. Now we discuss a necessary condition for analytic function. So the theorem, necessary condition for analytic function, the statement is if a function f of z is equal to u plus iv is analytic at any point z is equal to x plus iy, then the partial derivative ux, uy, vx and vy should be exist and satisfy the equation del u by del x is equal to del v by del y and del u by del y is equal to minus del v by del x, or we call ux is equal to vy and uy is equal to minus vx. This equation is also said to be a Cauchy-Riemann equation, CR equation. So now we prove. So first we consider the given function f of z u plus iv is analytic at the point z, and function is analytic, then obviously function is differentiable. Function is differentiable, then we can say f dash z is equal to limit delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z minus f of z upon delta z is exist. And this is the definition of derivative. This is the formula for finding the derivative at the any point of z. So obviously this is exists because here given that the function is analytic. Now here given that f of z is a u plus iv. So we write f of z plus delta z is equal to u plus delta u plus iv plus delta v. That means z is nothing but u plus iv, delta z is nothing but delta u plus I delta v. So f of z plus delta z we write f u plus delta u plus I v plus delta v minus f of z is a u plus iv upon delta z. So in a numerator, u plus delta u plus iv plus I delta v minus u minus iv. So minus u cancel n plus u, and another term is a minus I v is also a cancel. So we write the remaining term is limit delta z tends to 0, delta u plus I delta v upon delta z. And this is the equation number 1. For the equation 1, limit is exist along any path as delta z tends to 0. Because limit is exist is given. So first we assume that this limit is exist for along the x-axis. And we consider the along x-axis. So delta z tends to 0 implies we consider delta x tends to 0. So we write f dash z is equal to limit delta x tends to 0, delta u plus I delta v upon delta x. Because delta z is equal to delta x plus I delta y along the x-axis. Therefore, delta y we consider 0. So obviously, delta z tends to 0 is nothing but delta x tends to 0. And then we get this term limit delta x tends to 0, delta u plus I delta v upon delta x. So we can say this is the definition of limit derivative del u by del x plus I del v by del y. So this is equation number 2. Now we consider the another path along y-axis. And the along y-axis, so delta z tends to 0, we write delta y tends to 0. So delta y tends to 0. So limit delta y tends to 0, del u plus I del v upon I del y. And I del y is equal to, we divide 1 upon I, so minus I del u by del y, and I cancel del v upon del y. So this is equation number 3. Now equation 2 f dash z, equation 3 f dash z, both are equal. So obviously we compare equation number 2 and 3. That means 2 and 3 are equal. So it is obvious that from the limit 2 and 3 are same. So del u by del x plus I del v by del y is equal to minus I del u by del y plus del v by del y. We compare real part and imaginary part. So we get del u by del x is equal to del v by del y, and del v by del x is equal to minus del u by del y. That means we write ux is equal to vy and uy is equal to minus vx. This is called a Cauchy-Riemann equation. So the necessary condition is that function is analytic any point z, and the partial derivative, then the partial derivative is exist, and the Cauchy-Riemann equation ux is equal to vy and uy is equal to minus vx is satisfied. Now next we discuss the Cauchy-Riemann equation in a polar form. We know that what is the Cauchy-Riemann equation in a Cartesian coordinate. So ux is vy and uy is minus vx. Now polar form, Cauchy-Riemann equation in a polar form. So first we define, so we consider one theorem. Let f of z is equal to u plus iv be an analytic function, and u and v are expressed in terms of the polar coordinate r and theta. Then the Cauchy-Riemann equation of polar coordinate can be written in the form ur is equal to 1 upon r v theta and u theta is equal to minus r vr. So indirectly we prove ur is equal to 1 upon r v theta and u theta is equal to minus r vr. This is the Cauchy-Riemann equation of the polar coordinate. So obviously here we prove in a polar coordinate. So we consider the polar form of the complex number z is equal to r into e raised to theta, r into e raised to I theta. Therefore, f of z is equal to u plus iv. And u plus iv, we write z is nothing but r into e raised to I theta. So u plus iv is equal to f of r into e raised to I theta, equation 1, where u and v are the function of r and theta. Now differentiate equation 1 with respect to r. We get ur, that means del u by del r, plus I del v by del r is equal to f dash r into e raised to I theta into e raised to I theta. We got differentiation with respect to r. So with respect to r, then the equation is 2. Now differentiate equation 1 with respect to theta. We get del u by del theta plus I del v by del theta is equal to f dash r e raised to I theta into r I e raised to I theta. So this is equation 3. Input the value of f dash r into e raised to I theta into e raised to I theta of equation 2. That means the right hand side term. So this value we input in equation number 3. Then we get del u by del theta plus I del v by del theta is equal to I into r, and this can be written in the form del u by del r plus I into del v by del r from equation 2. Now multiply IR, so we write I into I is I squared, so I square is minus 1, so the real part is minus R del V by del R plus IR del U by del R. Now compare the real part and the imaginary part of the equation number 5, then we get the CR equation of the polar coordinate is del U by del theta is equal to minus RVR, that means del V by del R, and del V by del theta is equal to R into del U by del R. Also we write UR is equal to 1 upon RV theta and U theta is equal to minus RVR. So this is the CR equation of polar coordinate. So both theorem is important. The first is a necessary condition for the analytic function and the another is the CR equation in polar coordinate. Now we discuss some example of how to check the function is analytic or not and entire or not. So the first example takes the analytic of the function, analyticity of the function w is equal to sine z. So again, how to check a function is analytic or not. So first we check the CR equation is satisfied or not. Also we check the all partial derivative is continuous or not, and both conditions are satisfied at that point. Both conditions are satisfied at that point z is equal to z0. Then we can say function is differentiable at z is equal to z0. And function is differentiable and also differentiable is neighborhood. Then we can say function is analytic. So now first w is equal to sine z. So w is equal to sine z. So first we replace w is equal to u plus iv and z is replaced with x plus iy. So u plus iv is equal to sine x plus iy. So sine a plus b is a sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Now we know that the relation between cos iy and cos hyperbolic y. So cos iy is nothing but cos hyperbolic y, and sine iy is I sine hyperbolic y. So sine iy is a I sine hyperbolic y and cos iy is a cos hyperbolic y. So therefore we replace both formula. So cos Iy is a cos hyperbolic y and sin Iy is a I sin hyperbolic y. Then we get the real part is a sin x cos hyperbolic y and the imaginary part is a cos x sin hyperbolic y. So u is a real part and v is a imaginary part. So any function is given and we want to check a function is a differentiable or not, function satisfied CR equation or not, function analytic or not, or function is entire or not. So first we find the real part u and the imaginary part v in terms of x and y. Now we differentiate a real part and the imaginary part with respect to x and with respect to y. So del u by del x, that means the derivative of this function with respect to x. So sin x derivative is a cos x cos hyperbolic y. Same del v by del x is minus sin x sin hyperbolic y. Del v by del x cos x derivative. Then del u by del y sin x sin hyperbolic y and del v by del y cos x cos hyperbolic y. After finding all fourth partial derivative, we check del u by del x is a del v by del y. Both are equal. So obviously del u by del x is equal to del v by del y. And del u by del y is equal to minus del v by del x. That means ux is equal to vy. Uy is equal to minus vx for all value of x and y. Therefore, we can say CR equation are satisfied everywhere. And CR equation satisfied everywhere. Also, we check ux, that means all partial derivative are continuous or not. So, directly here we can say function is continuous, all partial derivative is continuous because all partial derivative is defined for all value of x and y. So ux, uy, vx and vy is continuous everywhere. So CR equation satisfied everywhere, continuous everywhere. Therefore, the common all point, both conditions are satisfied everywhere. So we can say function f of z is equal to sin z is differentiable everywhere. And differentiable everywhere, so analytic everywhere. And analytic everywhere, then function is entire. So we can say sin z is entire function. Now next example, discuss the differentiability of the function f z is equal to 2x plus ixy square. So first we write u plus iv is equal to 2x plus I into xy square. So what is the real part? Real part is a 2x and imaginary part is a xy square. Now differentiate with respect to x. So ux is 2, uy is 0, vx is a y square and vy is a 2xy. Now we check CR equation. So ux is equal to vy. So ux is equal to vy. That means when x and y are 1, then both are equal, otherwise not. X is 1 and y is 1. Yeah, x is 1 by 2, y is 1. Okay. So for that case, here we input uy is equal to minus vx. So y square 0 is equal to y square. So y is equal to 0 obviously. And y is 0, then this value is 0 and this value is 0. So both are different. That means ux is equal to vy and uy is equal to minus vx is not equal. That means CR equation are not satisfied. Nowhere. And CR equation are not satisfied, so function is not differentiable, not analytic. Now next example, check whether f of z is equal to root z is analytic or not. So root z, here the power of z is a raised to 1 by 2. So when we use the Cartesian coordinate, when we use the polar coordinate, so if the power of z is 1 by 2, power of z is a 3 by 2, yeah, another function is given 1 upon z cube, 1 upon z square, and a function is a depends on r and theta, then we use CR equation for polar coordinate, because this is easiest way for finding the function is analytic or not. So first here we can take u plus iy, sorry, u plus iv is equal to f of z is a u plus iv, and root z, z is nothing but r into e raised to I theta. So r into e raised to I theta raised to 1 by 2. So we can say root r and e raised to I theta by 2. So cos theta by 2 plus I sin theta by 2. Cos theta by 2 plus I sin theta by 2. So implies we can say u is equal to real part, u is equal to root r cos theta by 2, and v imaginary part, v is equal to root r sin theta by 2. So u is equal to root r cos theta by 2 and v is equal to root r sin theta by 2. Therefore differentiate with respect to r. So ur is a root r derivative 1 by 2 r is to minus 1 by 2 cos theta by 2 constant. Vr is 1 by 2 r is to minus 1 by 2 sin theta by 2 constant. U theta, so sin theta by 2 derivative is a cos theta by 2 derivative is minus sin theta by 2 into 1 by 2. And v theta, sin theta by 2 derivative is a cos theta by 2 into 1 by 2. Now we compare ur is equal to 1 upon r v theta, because we know that the CR equation in a polar coordinate. So ur is equal to 1 upon r v theta. Here power is r is to 1 by 2. Here power is a minus 1 by 2. Here power is a plus 1 by 2. Another all term is same. So ur is equal to 1 upon r v theta, and u theta is a minus r v r, because here power is minus 1 by 2, here power is r raised to 1 by 2. Another all term are similar, sign opposite. So ur is equal to 1 upon r v theta, CR equation. U theta is equal to minus r v r. Both CR equation are satisfied. So we can say CR equation are satisfied everywhere. But ur, vr, both term are undefined at which point? Yeah, r raised to minus 1 by 2, that means the denominator is depends on r, and we input r is equal to 0, then vr is undefined and ur is also undefined. That means both are not continuous at the point r is equal to 0. So we can say ur, u theta, vr and v theta is continuous everywhere except r is 0. That means there is 0. So function is a CR equation satisfied everywhere, but the partial derivative is not continuous at z is equal to 0. And the sufficient condition for the analytic differentiability, if both conditions are satisfied, then the function is differentiable. So here function is CR equation is satisfied everywhere, but the continuous not everywhere, except 0 point function is continuous. So we can say the common two condition, first condition CR equation, second condition continuity, and common point is everywhere except 0. So we can say the function is differentiable everywhere except 0. And function is differentiable everywhere except 0, so function is analytic everywhere except 0. So thank you. Now in the next lecture we discuss the harmonic function, how to find harmonic conjugate, Milne-Thomson method. So thank you. We stop here.